Say my name until the city burns and the stars fade away and your scars don't hurt. Stay with me until the last man falls. I don't need them anyway. When I'm with you, I have it all. Oh, I'll never let you slip away. Oh, and you don't have to be afraid. I will hold you till the sun comes crashing down. I'm yours until the end of time.
On our previous episode, we left Great Harbor and made our way to Hoffman's Key and jumped in the Blue Hole. We also showed you some drone video of Hoffman's Key and the great, beautiful waters out there. And then it was time to leave, and we were making our way to Little Harbour Key. This was a very short and quick, easy trip. It took us about an hour, if that, from Hoffman's Key to Little Harbour Key. And on this, you can see where I blacked it out. We were anchored about there, and we were close to Flo's Conch Bar, but we were unable to visit because they had left the island to gather up supplies for their restaurant. It's a shame. We were hoping we were going to get to try that out. This anchorage was very peaceful. There was not a boat in sight for miles. And again, you can't beat the views of the water and how crystal clear it is. This is Larry and Brandon giving instructions on setting the hook. And we set off to explore and take Max to the shore so he can do his thing. This beach area was filled with soft sand, and I don't think the camera captures it quite as well, but the land, the area, it kind of reminded me of what it would look like on the moon. Just the little hills and valleys and little sandbars, and I don't know. It's just kind of what it reminded me of. But it was a huge piece of beach that we were able to explore, and Max could roam around. We found lots of sea life, and these are sea cucumbers, and they are living creatures. There were so many of them all around. We didn't stay in Little Harbour Key very long. I think we just stopped over one night and decided to keep on moving to Bonds Key, because this right here was about the most excitement that we got out of it. It's nice to be secluded, nobody around, but we also had a time frame, and we were trying to see all of the berry islands that we could see. So on to Bonds Key. Traveling to Bonds Key from Little Harbour Key was also a quick passage. Again, it only took us about an hour and a half, and we were traveling more south of the Berry Islands. And Bonds Key is only about 37 miles northwest of Nassau. Gives you an idea of how close we were there. This island and beach is probably, again, one of the most beautiful I've seen. It was rich in sea biscuits, starfish, again, the sea cucumbers. Just what a beautiful piece of land. And it is also co-owned by Shakira and Roger Waters. Talking starfish, check out the size of this one that was hanging out below our boat. That was amazing. I've never seen a starfish that big ever. We get a lot of questions about how Max does on the boat and the dinghy, and let me tell you, this dog adapts to anything. Best little dog ever. Well, he's not really that little, but he just lays down in the dinghy, and when we're making a passage on the main ship, he just lays down and it doesn't bother him at all. As long as he gets to a piece of land where he can take care of business, he's pretty happy. We enjoyed our stay in the Berry Islands, and again, this was another short trip before we decided to make our way back to Bimini. And for those that know me, this is what we face. And yes, it was ugly. Ugly cried in front of Brandon. The only improvement I can say is that I was able to take this video short little bit before I went in the cabin and hid. But luckily the weather cleared up as we crossed the Grand Bahama Banks again. Back near Bimini, this concrete-hulled cargo steamer ran aground in a hurricane in 1926. So it's pretty easily visible, and now it's an artificial reef out there, and people take trips out there and go snorkeling, and from what I understand, the view and all the fish is very beautiful. We have so many great memories from our trip to the Bahamas. So much more to talk about other than what we actually showed in the series. But it's all about the memories and the experiences of doing something that you never thought you would do, ever. So we enjoyed our time in the Bahamas, but we were on a time schedule and had to make our way back to Marathon. And this is us now making our way into Jewfish Creek near Gilbert's Resort Marina. That's near Key Largo. And we stopped there for the night before we kept on making our way back to our marina and Marathon. Hope you have enjoyed this segment and my little Bahamas experience through my eyes. Our next videos will be a little bit different. I'm going to take us on some trips on land with my son and I. Over the summer we traveled to Boston and New York, and then Larry and I, we traveled to Las Vegas. And I'm going to have some tips and tricks and other goodies, I hope, for y'all that will show you how to travel cheap and what to do on a budget, and just get off the boat for a little while. So we have some planes and trains coming up. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. Again, hope you have enjoyed, and I'm going to leave you with us making our way back. Thanks again.